What if you could sense hesitation before a deal collapses?
Act.
What if you could detect disengagement before your team loses momentum? What if you could recognize emotional withdrawal before a relationship begins to fracture? Reading faces and behavior isn't about theory, it's about real life. Today, we bring everything together. Great leaders don't just speak, they observe. In meetings, watch for micro-shifts. A team member who suddenly leans back, subtle lip compression during a proposal, reduced eye contact when a new strategy is introduced. These are not acts of rebellion, they're signals of concern. Skilled leaders notice early tension and address it before it spreads. Instead of pushing forward blindly, they ask, "I sense hesitation. What are we missing?" This transforms resistance into collaboration. When leaders ignore nonverbal signals, disengagement grows silently. When they notice and respond, trust deepens. Leadership is not dominance. It is awareness in motion. Negotiation is rarely about what is said. It's about what is unsaid. A client might say, "That works for us," but their shoulders stiffen, their blink rate increases. Their fingers interlock tightly. That's hesitation, not necessarily rejection, but emotional friction. The untrained negotiator celebrates too early. The skilled observer pauses. They slow down. They say, "Let's take a moment. Is there anything about this that doesn't sit right?" By addressing discomfort directly, you prevent future breakdown. Reading behavior allows you to resolve tension before it becomes resistance. Influence without perception is guesswork. Influence with perception is precision. In relationships, the smallest shifts matter most. A partner who once leaned forward now leans away. A once expressive face becomes neutral. Eye contact shortens. Responses become brief. These are early signs of emotional withdrawal. Most conflicts don't explode suddenly, they build quietly. Ask gently, "You seem distant lately. Something weighing on you?" This creates space for honesty. The ability to read emotional shifts can prevent misunderstandings before they solidify into resentment. Connection thrives on awareness. Children often struggle to articulate complex emotion. They say, "I'm fine," but their shoulders slump, their gaze drops. Their breathing shifts. A perceptive parent doesn't accept words alone. They notice the body. They kneel to eye level. They soften their tone. They create safety. Reading behavior in family life is less about control and more about protection. When people feel seen, they feel safe. In conflict, emotional intensity rises quickly. Voices elevate. Posture stiffens. Gestures become sharper. If both parties escalate together, resolution becomes impossible. But when one person remains grounded, slows breathing, relaxes posture, maintains steady eye contact, the emotional temperature lowers. Your regulation influences others. Your calm becomes an anchor. Reading behavior allows you to sense when escalation is beginning, and self-regulation allows you to interrupt it. The combination is powerful. Now we address the deeper question: why learn this skill? Not to manipulate, not to control, but to communicate responsibly. When your words, face, and body align, others trust you. When you detect discomfort early, you create clarity. When you sense emotional shifts, you prevent damage. Influence grounded in empathy builds long-term credibility. Perception without integrity destroys it. Let's recap what you've learned in this series. Faces reveal emotional flashes. Eyes signal cognitive and emotional shifts. Bodies expand and contract with internal states. Stress creates subtle leakage. Baseline defines meaning. Emotional intelligence sharpens perception. Application turns awareness into impact. Reading human faces and behavior is not about becoming suspicious. It's about becoming attentive. Because beneath every expression is a human being wanting to be understood. And when you learn to see what others miss, you don't gain control. You gain clarity. Clarity changes everything.